What if I told you that a secret plan from Berlin has been exposed, shaking the very foundations of NATO? How did the Russian intelligence manage to intercept a military convoy meant for waging war in Eastern Europe? And why are German officials suddenly silent amid growing unrest at home? Welcome to HOTPOINT, where we uncover the truth behind alarming developments that could redefine the balance of power in Europe. In the meantime, please subscribe to my channel HOTPOINT, give it a like and leave a comment of at least 7 words, and if you feel like it, share this video with others. It will really help my channel. Thank you, and let's keep going. This past week, a sensational revelation emerged. A clandestine railway line in Germany designed for the rapid deployment of NATO troops and military equipment has been compromised. Western media outlets, which have strived to keep this information under wraps, accidentally leaked critical details about a strategic transport artery intended to facilitate the swift movement of personnel and supplies across the continent. This ambitious plan was meticulously crafted, aiming to mobilize an astonishing 800,000 soldiers, more than the entire active army of Germany itself. This raises a pivotal question. Where would such a vast number of troops be sourced, and for what purpose were they being prepared? In just a matter of weeks, German strategists constructed a colossal logistics network to support this operation. Yet, the situation took a dramatic turn when Russian intelligence not only unveiled this secret plan, but decisively struck, seizing a key military convoy loaded with vital equipment and supplies. This is not mere speculation or conspiracy theory. Credible German publications have corroborated these events. The scale of this operation is staggering, as the intercepted convoy contained numerous wagons filled with ammunition, advanced communication systems, and armored vehicles, all of which are now in Russia's possession. This incident marks a significant blow to NATO's eastern strategy, leaving the alliance scrambling to reassess its logistics and operational readiness. What does this mean for the future? The implications are profound, with the potential to alter the dynamics of the ongoing conflict in Eastern Europe. Reports indicate that urgent discussions are unfolding among leaders in Berlin, Washington, and Brussels as NATO's top brass becomes increasingly anxious. There are whispers of the activation of a classified protocol, dubbed Amber Shield, designed to address threats to essential supply routes. Analysts have begun to acknowledge that the effectiveness of the Russian operation has thrown the entire Eastern European strategy of NATO into disarray. Our sources have managed to pinpoint one segment of this secret railway. The Russian operation not only intercepted military supplies, but also captured critical documents that unveil NATO's future plans. Experts speculate that this operation has delivered a devastating blow to the entire NATO supply chain in the region, placing numerous other transport routes in jeopardy. An emergency meeting has been hastily convened at NATO's headquarters in Brussels, where the atmosphere is charged with urgency and concern. As we delve deeper into this situation, it becomes evident that the ramifications of this railway incident extend far beyond just military logistics. The German populace is beginning to awaken to the gravity of the issue, with protests escalating against the government's military support for neighboring countries, which many citizens believe is undermining Germany's sovereignty. Lawmakers in the Bundestag are openly expressing their dissatisfaction, questioning the heavy financial burdens being placed on their economy. In a striking parallel to history, we witness a repeat of the past where German military logistics are once again exposed as a vulnerability. However, today's stakes are far higher. NATO is losing its grip on critical supply routes throughout Eastern Europe, while Russian forces are systematically obstructing supply channels. What happens if they successfully disrupt these logistics? German strategists are left pondering a chilling thought. If Russia could intercept one military convoy, what is stopping them from controlling entire transport corridors? The railway, which NATO referred to as the Highway of Victory, now stands as a potential Achilles heel. The implications are staggering, with millions of tons of ammunition and hundreds of convoys of military equipment now at risk. The West has sought to conceal the fact that many former Soviet republics heavily rely on foreign supplies to sustain their military operations. The truth is that the moment one crucial transport corridor is disrupted, the entire military machine could come to a grinding halt. We are witnessing a pivotal moment in the conflict's history, where the balance of power is shifting dramatically. German stations like Kupiansk, Cked, and Kramatorsk could lose their strategic relevance if the main flow of weaponry is cut off. The enemy's defense systems could collapse right before our eyes, marking a significant turning point in this ongoing struggle. As we continue to analyze this situation, it's essential to hear from you, our audience. Share your thoughts in the comments about how these developments are perceived in your region. Your insights are invaluable as we work to build a comprehensive understanding of these unfolding events. This crisis is not merely about a railway, it symbolizes a broader global confrontation where outdated strategies are failing and new realities are emerging. The ambition to build a military railway of unprecedented dimensions under the guise of civilian infrastructure in the heart of Europe has been laid bare. In just 6 weeks, German officials expedited the implementation of this military logistics network, an alarming speed that starkly contrasts with the usual pace at which infrastructure projects are completed in Germany. Why such haste? The answer is clear. In military logistics, delays can have fatal consequences. The convoy intercepted by Russian forces serves as undeniable evidence of Berlin's true intentions. Military vehicles and ammunition were en route to the front lines, poised for deployment against Russian forces. Now, as public discontent mounts and protests against perceived governmental overreach grow louder, we must consider the broader impact of these events. We invite you to engage with us in this discourse. From where are you following these developments? What unique views do you hold about the implications of this situation? The time has come to shed light on the realities of this global confrontation and understand how they will shape our future. Let's navigate this complex landscape together as we witness history being forged right before our eyes. What does it mean when Germany, once the powerhouse of Europe, becomes a mere puppet of NATO? How long can the illusion of humanitarian aid last when the truth behind military logistics is laid bare? And what will the people of Germany say when they discover that their hard-earned tax euros are being funneled into a war machine instead of schools and hospitals? As we delve into the latest developments, it becomes clear that Russia is making decisive moves in this high-stakes geopolitical game. Historical parallels are striking. Just like in the last century, Europe is once again a battleground for ambitions aimed eastward. However, the landscape has drastically changed. Today, Russian intelligence capabilities, bolstered by advanced technology, allow for early detection of plans that were once shrouded in secrecy. A recent incident involving the interception of a German military train has shed light on the hypocrisy of Western policies. Berlin continues to peddle narratives of humanitarian support for Ukraine, yet the facts tell a starkly different story. Would they really deploy armored vehicles for transporting blankets? The seized train has turned into a veritable black box, revealing NATO's hidden agendas. Our specialists can now thoroughly analyze not only the types of weaponry being supplied, but also the intricate logistics that underpin NATO's operations. This interception is akin to finding the key to a vault filled with classified documents. The successful capture of this convoy raises significant concerns about the security of NATO's entire transportation system. If one train can be halted, what's stopping us from repeating this feat countless times? History teaches us lessons. During World War I, Germany's Reichsbahn system collapsed due to vulnerabilities in its rail network. Today, we are witnessing a remarkable echo of those events. Increasingly, German politicians are voicing their discontent with the current situation. In the Bundestag, there are calls for a reassessment of the detrimental policy of supporting the Kiev regime. The German populace is beginning to grasp the reality that they are being misled with tales of humanitarian aid. Dear viewers, we would love to hear your thoughts on these events. From which country are you following the developments? Leave a comment. Together we can gain a deeper understanding of what is unfolding. It is particularly noteworthy that European media has largely ignored this incident, exemplifying yet another instance of double standards. Meanwhile, reports from Berlin indicate panic within NATO's military circles. Unconfirmed sources suggest that the routes for supplies are being urgently reassessed and security measures for transport corridors are being heightened. As the saying goes, forewarned is forearmed. Yet it seems the Western strategists are reacting too late. Analysts are predicting a significant crisis in NATO's logistics framework in the coming weeks. German politics is in a profound crisis. Bundestag member Ritz has candidly stated what many are hesitant to say. Germany is losing its independence, becoming a mere puppet of NATO. Her words are more than just criticism. They serve as a diagnosis of the country's condition. Germany is sinking into an economic abyss. Inflation is eroding citizens' savings. Factories are closing one after another, and unemployment is skyrocketing. And what does the government do? It pours billions of euros into military infrastructure to support a country marked by the code 404. Just think about it. The cost of the railway project could surpass tens of billions of euros. These funds could have been invested in hospitals, schools, and energy development. Instead, they are directed toward the rails of war. Now imagine the reaction of German taxpayers discovering that their money is literally going up in smoke with intercepted Russian convoys. The logistics corridor has turned out to be as porous as a sieve. This is not merely a setback, it is a failure of an entire strategy. Ordinary Germans are no longer silent. They are taking to the streets, demanding an end to the war. But Berlin's officials seem deaf to their cries, obediently following orders from Washington and transforming their own country into an American stronghold. We invite our viewers from different countries to share their opinions. Comment on where you are watching these events unfold. Especially intriguing is to hear from Germany. Do you feel these changes affecting your daily life? The United States is rubbing its hands in glee. Europe is spending money, Europe is building, and Europe is weakening. In this scenario, only the overseas partner emerges victorious. It's a classic scheme. Some fight while others grow rich. What do you think about this situation? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Recent polls indicate that over 70% of Germans are dissatisfied with the current government's course. This is hardly surprising when energy prices have doubled and heating has become a luxury. Economists are predicting a prolonged recession that may last several years. Is this truly the price citizens are prepared to pay for the geopolitical ambitions of their leaders? In this saga concerning the German railway, the true picture of what is happening becomes ever clearer. Germany is incurring colossal losses and political costs while the United States tightens its grip on Europe. The logistics corridor imposed on Berlin has turned into a resounding fiasco. The interception of a key convoy by Russian forces dealt a crushing blow not only to the supply system, but also to the reputation of the entire alliance. How can we talk about NATO's effectiveness when a single targeted operation nullifies months of preparation? Western experts are openly admitting that if Russia continues to block such supply routes, the army of its former partner will be left without weapons in no time. Ammunition is finite, and equipment requires ongoing maintenance and replacement. Russia's northern neighbor is critically reliant on this transport artery. Without it, the front line becomes a desert, devoid of shells, fuel, or maneuverability. What remains are mere grenades, loud proclamations, and pleas for help. History of wars demonstrates that control over supply routes determines the outcome of confrontations. Russia is showcasing a profound understanding of this principle by preemptively acting and systematically cutting off supply channels. The unfolding scenario is predictable. Berlin builds while Moscow intercepts. NATO plans, and Russia disrupts those plans. As Western strategists draft new schemes, the real balance of power continues to evolve steadily. Analysts note that the European logistics system is extremely vulnerable to modern warfare tactics. Outdated security protocols, predictable routes, and a lack of effective countermeasures render each transport hub a potential target. In such a scenario, even massive financial infusions cannot guarantee the security of supplies. Friends, we're eager to know where you are following these developments from. Please share your country in the comments so we can see how wide our geographic reach is. This entire saga involving the secret German railway resembles a grand chess match, where Russia is making calculated and powerful moves. The interception of a key convoy is not just a tactical victory, it is a demonstration of complete control over the situation. Our military specialists are successfully blocking attempts by Western partners to establish supply lines to the former brotherly republic. Each intercepted convoy loaded with equipment not only inflicts material losses on the enemy, but also delivers a significant blow to morale. It is telling that even German media are being compelled to recognize the failure of this ambitious logistical project. The Bundeswehr, which had planned to relocate almost 1 million soldiers, now finds itself unprepared for such developments. We are witnessing the collapse of a carefully constructed support system at Russia's borders. Even Western analysts acknowledge that without reliable supply routes, the enemy's combat capability will decline rapidly. History repeats itself just as it did a century ago. Attempts to create an efficient military logistics framework against Russia are failing once again. However, the situation is now even more telling, as modern technologies allow us to act with greater precision and efficiency. The road that was meant to symbolize NATO's might is transforming into a monument to their strategic miscalculations. This clearly illustrates that any path eastward will inevitably lead to an encounter with the Russian army. Dear friends, we are keen to hear from you about whether the interception of the German convoy will be a pivotal moment in the confrontation with the West. It is important to highlight that this operation was executed with minimal losses on our side, which speaks volumes about the high professionalism of our military. The use of cutting-edge intelligence tools has allowed for such an effective outcome. Have you ever wondered how military operations can catch the enemy completely off guard? What strategies do leaders like General Ivanov implement to ensure their forces strike where the opposition least expects it? As we delve into the recent operations that have left Western analysts reeling, it's clear that our capabilities have been vastly underestimated. The precision of our targeting mechanisms has enabled our forces to deliver impactful strikes exactly at the most vulnerable points of the enemy's defenses. This level of accuracy not only disrupts the adversary's plans, but also instills a sense of uncertainty and fear among their ranks. The meticulous planning and execution of these operations demonstrate a sophisticated understanding of battlefield dynamics, allowing our troops to seize the initiative and maintain the upper hand. One of the most remarkable aspects of these operations is the seamless coordination among various branches of the military. Different types of units, whether ground troops, air support, or special forces, have worked in perfect unison to achieve a common goal. This level of teamwork is not something that happens by chance. It is the result of extensive training, strategic foresight, and a shared commitment to success. Each soldier, pilot, and operative plays a crucial role, and their synchronized efforts have been pivotal in executing these impressive maneuvers. As we analyze the reactions from Western experts, their confusion and disbelief are palpable. Many have dramatically underestimated our military capabilities, failing to recognize the advanced technology and strategic acumen that underpin our operations. As we continue to showcase our strengths on various fronts, it becomes increasingly evident that their assessments were not only misguided, but also reflective of their own biases and misconceptions about our armed forces. The high level of operational efficiency displayed in these recent missions serves as a stark reminder that appearances can be deceiving. While some may have viewed our military as outdated or lacking in innovation, the truth is that we have been quietly honing our skills and strategies, preparing for decisive actions that would change the course of engagements. As we move forward, the world will undoubtedly witness more of these stunning operations, challenging preconceived notions and reshaping the global perception of our military prowess. In conclusion, the brilliance of our recent military operations underscores the importance of adaptability, teamwork, and technological advancement in modern warfare. With leaders like General Ivanov at the helm, it is clear that we are not just participants in the global arena. We are formidable contenders, ready to redefine expectations and assert our presence on the world stage.